folks, I'm going to talk about two stocks that could do some major damage to your portfolio, and you should stay out of them. And if you currently have them, get out of them. If you're short, you're doing a good job. If you're thinking about buying them, don't. And by the way, if I look a little wet, I just got out of a major rainstorm outside. So I do apologize. I'm still drying up a little bit around here. So let's get into it. Markets are choppy. Earnings, while still early days, the initial reports don't seem to be positive. In fact, according to FactSet, quarterly earnings are down by 44%, which would be the worst second quarter drop since the end of 2008 during the financial crisis. Ouch. Now, this is certainly scary news, but it's not unexpected. Now, earnings were and are expected to be down significantly. Lots of bad news is already priced in. The real question looking forward is which sector will come out on top and which one will sink further. So far, we're seeing increased weakness in two major sectors. The first one is the energy sector. Not surprising. According to industry insiders, U.S. crude oil inventories rose unexpectedly by 5.7 million barrels in the end of June. A record according to the Energy Information Administration data. Now, this tells me that the energy sector will have a long and very bumpy ride ahead. Now, as far as the weakest stock in the energy sector, the stock I would avoid is First Energy. Ticker symbol FE. First Energy Corporation is a regional energy provider. Their subsidiaries are involved in the transmission, distribution, and generation of electricity. What a surprise. 5-year return, negative 20%. 5-year revenue, negative 26%. Earning estimates, lower for the last 3 quarters. What's even worse than the numbers is the news that came out earlier today. And today is the 23rd of July. This news literally came out an hour before I was doing this report. No joke. The Schnall Law Firm, a national shareholder rights litigation firm, they announced that it's investigating claims on behalf of investors of First Energy Corporation for violation of security laws. The investigation focuses on whether the company issued false or misleading statements or failed to disclose information pertinent to the investors. The FBI arrested Ohio House Speaker Larry Householder on July 21st, a few days ago, over an alleged scheme which Householder and others accepted bribes in connection with the state-funded bailout of 2 nuclear power plants formerly owned by First Energy. Shares on this news fell by 17%, and I'm expecting more downside in the near term. I would stay away from First Energy as far as you can right now. The second stock on my list is a commercial real estate REIT. As most investors realize, brick and mortar stores are having a difficult time right now, especially if you're a prime owner of the best commercial real estate in New York City. Varnado Realty Trust is the name of the stock. Varnado has a concentration of New York City offices and Manhattan high street retailers. Not a place to be right now. Varnado's portfolio is concentrated in nation's key market, New York City, along with premier assets in Chicago and San Francisco, the locations that COVID-19 is hitting the hardest. That's right. Not lucky for this company. 5-year return, negative 53%. 5-year revenue growth, negative 26%. 5-year revenue growth, negative 35%. Earning estimates, you guessed it, revised lower in each of the 3 previous quarters. The stock has 8 hold ratings and only 1 strong buy recommendations. Overall, I would strongly consider avoiding the stock till COVID-19 is well behind us. With major cities closing down once again and with infection rates setting daily records in some cities, I don't expect VNO to bounce back in the near term. On a relative strength basis, the stock is at the bottom 5% of the S&P 500 relative strength score. And I'm expecting more downside pressure as the first sign of a minor pullback in the stock market, since the stock is seeing very little institutional accumulation at the current price level, and things could get much worse really fast. Hope it helps. Folks, before I let you go, I want to let you in on something big. I mean big. If you need some help trading this volatile market, then I urge you to click this link below to watch my next training event. I've developed a system that works during and after huge market crashes, protecting you on the way down and delivering stocks primed to explode higher during the rebound phase. And get this, I just identified the #1 fast cash stock that could earn investors $7,386 or more in just 10 days. I love it. Get in on this special training event and stock by clicking on the link below. Do it now.